Namaskar. Uh, Welcome you all to our talk show Art Matters in Life. So today we have a guest, very famous, an eminent guitarist and one of the premier rock band of India, Indian Ocean's founder, Sri Susmit Ji. So we are really privileged to have you today in our talk show with me, Kuman Singh. He is an aspiring musician and an active volunteer of Rindan Foundation. So today we all are here to share some experience of Dada regarding music for community. So Dada, basically I want to start with your experience that spanning over 30 years of career in music, you have witnessed a lot of incidences and a lot of situations where you found really music really can help and boost people's life energy in many ways than one. So I want to know your experience. Have you ever witnessed that music really matters in some patient's life, or in some doctor's life, or some banker's life, or police's life, or some slum children where we really feel that the art is a luxury. Apart from their daily needs, they really need to indulge their mind. So I want to ask you, Dada, how do you want to analyze this entire thing that music really matters in our day-to-day life?
Firstly, I would like to ask the meaning of luxury. Do you mean luxury?
Yes, it's an optional and moreover that it's something beyond, apart from our essential needs.
Look, I can talk more about the children than adults, because adults, they grow up with various different kinds of mind frames and so on. And many people, I've noticed that people who don't really indulge in any kind of art, music, theatre, they think it's not important in life. But as far as the growth of a human being is concerned from childhood, I think it's an extremely important thing. And that every child should be given the opportunity to delve into art, music, theatre, and various kinds of expression, because that leads to self-expression. And that leads to a thought process that the child generates within that can also probably be a kind of safeguarding thing for them not to fall mentally ill and things like that. So it's a kind of a safety net, you know. So it's very, very important that every child should be given the opportunity to experience art in the best possible way.
And in today's world where everybody is running here and there, and that it's a so busy life for everyone's life, do you really think that music has some space? Not only music. There is some dedicated time for listening to music or watching some movies, or yes, of course people do it, but with an undivided attention, can people devote this time? Of course they should, or they should not, that I cannot go, but it will make a big difference where we come to this point that art really matters if we go deeper into it. The musician like you, who is still in search of some deeper meaning of music, just not for the sake of doing something and publishing it in the social media, rather to go deeper in deep thoughts into music. From you, our expectation is that if you can tell our viewers that what is your experience traveling all over the world, performing Indian Ocean and your own Susmit Sen chronicles in different parts in form of some portraits, some trio, and in different forms. When you exchange the energies in between musicians or amongst audience, art makes a big difference in their mental and physical health of the audience as well as the artist. Do you really believe that that experience is surreal and it's absolutely divine rather than following in a spiritual path? It is much. What is your feeling, Dada? I want to ask your experience performing on stage.
This question started somewhere, it ended somewhere else.
So,
So where exactly should I start? Because you first talked about the fact that in this hustle and bustle,
yes.
do people get the time to delve into music and things like
Right,
that?
right.
That is something. Then my travels is something completely
Okay,
different.
okay.
So I would first choose to answer the first bit
First
that we talked
question.
about. That the fact that you are asking me this question is shows the pathetic state of affairs our society is in. Okay, if you are asking me that question, there must be some truth. That this hustle and bustle and people just running after the monies and they are all in the rat race. So that definitely takes away from the basic health of a human being, mental health of a human being. So there is a certain amount of truth that this hustle and bustle has taken a toll on us human beings. But looking at it from the other side, if art and culture, more different kinds of art, can lead to pacify a person's mind, and the more one can do it, the better. So that is one part of it.
Okay.
As far as my international travels, within India travels, energies between the musicians and the audience always is a two-way factor. So we give energy to the audience gives it back to us, and therefore the performances take up a completely different kind of a shape and much higher levels of energies flow. So it has been always a pleasure to do so, and by collaborating with various different artists, be in China, be in Japan and so on, I played with some amazing musicians, amazing. One saxophone player, one violin player, another violin player in Japan, one violin player in China, and then even Teruma Sahino had come down and he jammed with us in our practice place. Yeah, and then sharing the stage with even a person like Yo-Yo, meeting such people have been a great experience, no doubt.
It's great, and however, I have watched some of the movies where you have directed the music part and all. There also we saw the real life and the effect of music on screen and for people's life. Where the people are very closely associated, related with the with your sound of strings. I mean, it's so rooted and so earthy, the sound wise. And what is how do you emote your music? I mean, on screen. I mean, just in that village area where you think this can be the ideal way to express and connect the rural people into this world of music. Through music, they can express their their heart as well.
I'm not getting the question. If you're talking about me working with the rural,
Right, of course.
rural musicians,
And to bring it into on screen, yeah.
on screen, which screen are you talking about? Bollywood?
No.
Which-
The Bollywood, you already have done it for different. I mean, Black Friday is one of your great thing where you have already done and composed wonderful music. But recently we saw a screening of a movie in IIC. So that thing.
Okay, you were there.
Yes.
The film Way of Blood.
Right. And there, the way you connected the music and the life together, that's what I wanted to know. That how does, sorry.
Out there, I don't think the rural aspect of it comes through. Well, it is it's a fantastic movie which is being made by Krishna Bose, who's been a friend from school. So how is a difficult question. It is basically you see a scene and then you discuss it with the director, and then you come to a conclusion that this is the kind of emotion that is required. And then there are various ways of giving music to a particular film, because a film when it is about 1.5 hours long, or 1 hour long, or 2 hours long, then the whole movie also comes to the mind as a full composition.
Okay.
And then you may make this shorter part and join them together to have the film.
Okay. What I wanted to mean that it really connected me with those rural people through your music. That was wonderful part, which I enjoyed a lot, because that's the pure emotion of those people,
right,
of those area of or particular zone of people. That's lovely. And as a musician, if we request you to extend your support for, not for the foundation only, for in a larger aspect, for all those who, so that it will be a great support for all these children, where we have been working through a project Prakash now, because we have been working for slum area children and few disabled and mentally challenged childs. So it is lovely. Your inspirational talks will motivate them for sure if we can explain them. And if one day, of course, we can have you as one of our guests and in front of them, so they would love to watch your performance, and we would be really delighted to have you on stage in front of all these bachas. So as an artist, what we all, not only you, all of our responsibilities is to do something for these bachas, which is a part of this ongoing project Prakash. We can, of course, we can go, we can teach, we can help them, we can support them. So it's your perception that how many ways we can help them, by teaching, or by giving them platform, or giving them scholarships, or if you feel there should be some influence of the corporates or the government agencies to support them, and we as an artist, we can extend our support. How can we devote our time in our business schedule?
In the question itself, you
answered.
Whatever you have said, I go with that, and the different things come in different levels.
Okay.
When you are talking about scholarship, that comes much later. When it comes to a mentally disabled person or a physically disabled person, art definitely helps. And then the scholarship time comes only once a person has reached a certain level of proficiency, right? Firstly, I think the most important thing is, if you're talking about children, coming from poorer backgrounds, economically backward backgrounds, you need to make them feel happy. Okay. First thing is happiness. Make them dance, make them sing, and they should not sing with the pressure of a teacher sitting on their head, and you should sing. They should sing in a group where they are all enjoying that singing, or dance in a group. So that is extremely important, because any form of art, any form of, we can say that we musicians also produce some certain kind of music which is probably very serious and so on. Ultimately, it's entertainment. You have to entertain. only then you'll be able to dig into their minds, isn't it?
Great. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much, Dada. It is so insightful, and moreover that for all these aspiring musicians who have been dreaming to be a musician. So if you have something to say to them, and or if you have any question,
might as well he should be asking me the question.
So can you tell us how it can make change? How it can make change in their what can you say? Their mental health?
I spoke about it.
Already told.
Yes.
As an aspiring musician, if you want to ask,
empowering themselves.
Empowerment comes from a whole lot of things. Empowerment of a person comes from the basic confidence. You have to build their confidence, right? So once you build their confidence, empowerment, they will empower themselves. Okay, no outside person can go and empower people like that. Yes, you can facilitate that empowerment, right?
That's a very great thing.
You can
Yes.
facilitate that empowerment. So in my opinion, the self-confidence and also not just the confidence, but to be able to know that if a student, whether it's a he or a she, wants to do something, she will be given that opportunity. If the opportunity is not there at all, then maybe NGOs, government, obviously government has to look into it. Government has to feel that very sensitive, and only then things can actually happen. If the governing organizations do not have the sensibility and the sensitivity to look into these aspects, then to generate opportunities is almost zero.
Yes.
It can't happen. So one has to be a sensitive human being to begin with.
Dada, we have seen many of the children who are visually impaired, or sometimes they are not so well trained, but they want to take music as their profession or occupation. Maybe because of their, they want to. It's just their dream. But and of course for all young generation musicians, if you have something to say, that in today's world, if they want to take music as their profession, what all are a few key things that those things they always keep it in mind. For them, it will be really helpful.
Look, right now, if you're just talking about music, earlier people only wanted to become a musician. But in music now there are so many different aspects, right? You have different kinds of music. You have sound engineering. You have sound engineering in performances, and you have sound engineering in studios. So you can be a studio sound engineer. You can be a live sound engineer.
Right.
So and then you can also become a person who knows how to build studios. So these are all different aspects which are related to each other. So it depends on where your ability and interest lies that you go that way, right?
That's it's awesome.
And ultimately it's hard work.
It's a hard work. And you have made that a proven fact that music can be a full-time profession and it can be taken into that route. So thank you so much, Dada, for
Thank you
today's
so much.
time, and in the middle of your tour and heavy scheduled work, you could take out time for Vrindan Foundation for our ongoing project, and we discussed some larger aspects of music where really we can tell that art truly matters in life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.